Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. The old Seaman is rapidly approaching the age of 39. I am currently in my last day of 38 with plenty to do tomorrow. My birthday, I'm actually celebrating it solo pretty much for the whole day. My parents are not too happy about that. They're like, when are we gonna sing happy birthday if you're not around? I'm like, I don't know, figure it out. It's not necessary. But for my birthday, I'm going into the city tomorrow, going to check out Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal and Othello at 1 o'clock on Broadway. Then a little time to myself, see if I can't run into a friend or two, grab a couple drinks, get some food, recharge, and then at 7 head over to see Sadie Sink and John Proctor is the Villain. It's a day that I crafted, that I've been just anxiously waiting for, because both shows are things I'm very, very excited about. I mean, Denzel is my favorite actor of all time, so to get to see him in person on stage is super exciting. And everything I'm hearing about John Proctor as the Villain is beyond phenomenal, so I'm so excited for that one. But before we get there, there's some trailers I gotta get caught up on, and that's the other thing, man. Coming into my birthday, took a whole bunch of time off of work. I'm going to see Kendrick Lamar at MetLife Stadium on Thursday, and then just kind of took a bunch of other days off to kind of have a little staycation, get caught up on some video stuff that I'm behind on. And one of the worlds that I frequently fall behind on when it comes to my videos are trailers. And there's a trailer that came out this past week that I need to watch, because I need this movie in my life, because anything Zach Cregger makes after Barbarian is an absolute must for me. What are we talking about? When you pull up a chair, take a seat. We're getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for Weapons. And as I said, we start our trailer catch up with the most recent trailer that's come out in the world of horror. And as I said, Zach Cregger is one of those guys where after Barbarian came out, immediately on the radar, like just waiting to see what his next feature was. Barbarian was such a wonderful surprise the year it came out. It was one of my favorite films that year, and one of the more scary, really checking all the boxes of a horror film that I've seen in a while. Like, that movie got to me, and Cregger was playing with so many cool things, man. He shifted tone, like there was some comedy, humor stuff that came out of left field but totally fit inside the world that he had built. The horror beats and elements like literally jump out at you and make you jump out your seat. And just what was going on was twisted and interesting and original. And you know me, I love original films, especially in the world of horror. I mean, we got one very recently in Sinners that might be the best movie of the year by the time 2025 is all said and done. But you want to talk about a horror film that could possibly be in that realm of like top tier stuff for 2025 in the world of horror, I expect Weapons to be that. I don't know really anything about this movie other than I heard it's an elementary school class that goes missing, and there's been security camera footage of seeing the kids, and they're just all arms out running, and you don't know where they're running to or where they have gone. And they did some cool marketing stuff that I did see that involved the security cameras in this town. It was like I think it was like a 2+ hour video on YouTube where it was just security cameras doing their thing. And every so often you'd see one of these kids just running down the street like this. And that in and of itself is kind of creepy. And also, like, inside this town, why is it just this one particular class? And I don't want those answers in this trailer, but I do want to get hyped while watching and then after watching, thinking about what could be coming, because Cregger, like I said, is super original, very unique. The way he plays with horror, at least in his last film, was fantastic, and I think horror fans have just been patiently waiting to see what he does next, and now we finally get a chance to do that. Along with Cregger, who's writing and directing here, we do have Julia Garner and Josh Brolin involved in the cast, which is super exciting. Two really strong leads to have in there. You also throw in Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong. You got some heavy hitters in there to kind of round out this cast with some names that I'm not familiar with. But like I said, kids missing, just running around, all running the same way. Like, it's creepy already. So I don't want to waste any time. Let's get ourselves in trailer watching mode, get the trailer up for you, waste no more time. Let's take a look at what we're getting with our official trailer for Weapons. Also, like, why is the title weapons? Things I don't need to know.
This is a true story that happened in my town. So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school.
And you got a kid telling the
But
story?
today was different.
Why? Why is it different,
Every
kid?
other class had all their kids.
Okay, Garner is a teacher. Oh,
But
she
Mrs.
must be the
Gandy's
teacher.
room was totally empty.
Oh, man, that's so weird.
And do you know why?
No, and I don't want to.
Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning,
Ooh, a specific
every
time.
kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs,
This is really cool.
and into the dark. And they never came back.
Oh, I like how the camera's zooming into like the full shot of the street. From the director of Barbarian.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be a parent.
Children. We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place.
Ooh, August 8th. Can't get here fast enough. Oh, why are they? Oh no, they're all in the classroom. Why are they all there? Oh. Oh, what's going on in space? Oh man, is that a dream? There's some of the security
Matthew,
camera
where are
footage.
you?
Just what?
Where did you go?
Yo, what? Yo. Oh, okay.
This is where the story really starts.
No more trailers for Corey. That was dope. Oh man, and that's the other thing too that I think is really cool is like the trailer that the where I pulled the trailer from was IMAX's YouTube, which means this is coming to IMAX. And if IMAX is like dropping the trailer, my thought maybe Cregger shot it for IMAX, which would be kind of cool because like some of that imagery on that size screen would be really cool. I could be completely wrong, but it would be strange for IMAX to drop a trailer for something that's not going to play in IMAX. Anyway, I digress. What a great trailer, right? Like, I love that you have a kid doing the voiceover in and of itself, like telling you this story. That's already getting under my skin. Like, how kids could be dealing with something like this. But then when you start to go into the imagery, like, again, you're talking about a creator who can play in like multiple different lanes, right? Like, so many cool surprises and twists and turns that came in Barbarian. And I have faith that this trailer has not shown us too much. And it really wasn't giving away too much until the very end there. But like the idea of Mrs. Gandy's classroom being the only class that is gone, fascinating. And what tie does that have to Gandy? Because certainly Julia Garner doesn't seem to be involved or behind what happened to all these kids. Also, the concept, like listening to the kid talk about, all the kids got up, went downstairs, went outside, gives you some Pied Piper vibes, which would be an interesting story to kind of pull from to adapt for this. And if it is one evil person that's luring kids out in some way. But again, why Mrs. Gandy's class? I think that's so fascinating in and of itself. This shot, though, I love like how you're building, and it's almost like it reminded me a little bit of some of the IMAX aspect ratio stuff that Coogler was playing with. He had a couple moments in Sinners where he kind of crawled all the way to full screen, and the way the camera is just moving through the door frame, it kind of created that going like longwise, which I thought was really, really cool looking. Like those are the technical things that get me psyched for films. But then like you see like town is in an uproar, as they should be. An entire class of kids goes missing. Great question from Brolin, like why is it Gandy's class? And again, like it doesn't feel like Garner is behind it. And my thing is like, I mean, you see emotionally, like it could just be the stress, right? Like if she is behind it, like the emotion you see on her face there could be that. But this feels like someone who probably is a well-liked teacher who, does good work. Her entire class goes missing, which is heartbreaking in and of itself. She has, relationships with the kids. But then like the way she's going to be being viewed and having to stay far away from things until stuff settles down. Like you can tell it's emotionally getting to her. And then you get into like this dream. Bruh. And like what does that have to do with anything, right? Like, look at this kid's freaking face and the smile, very Joker-esque. And I like how you put the O around that of weapons. Even like the images of the kids in the background there look kind of creepy. But like, why is she getting plagued with these types of dreams? And is this her imagination, or is it somehow tied to whatever has happened to the kids? Like, do the kids actually end up looking like this wherever they go? And could that be supernatural things? I love right away that like Cregger is playing with things where you're just like, man, there's so many different lanes we could be in right now. But again, this too, like her coming up out of that dream in full, nightmare mode, doesn't make me think that she is behind it. Now, she 100% could be, and like I said, it could be the stress just starting to get to her. But I think it'd be more interesting if it wasn't Gandhi, and then to figure out why she is attached in any way adjacently to what's going on. And like you see him like circling a specific house, it looks like, in town, and each house has a different letter number association to it, so that's interesting. H34. What is the significance of that individual house, right? Like, are they circling all the houses of the kids that went missing, or is this house got something in particular going on with it? Camera work looking fantastic. Some of the just setups give me Barbarian vibes. There was certainly I want to say there was at least one moment with a door where someone was kind of looking through like that. So like little classic Cregger stuff. And again, why is it that stuff right there too? Like, we're just straight up running through glass windows. Like, these, whatever is controlling these kids or speaking to these kids, they're not thinking about pain or anything. And then why is this one happening during the day? Is this a different group of kids? Is this the group of kids that is missing? Lots of really, like I said, interesting things. This is fascinating, making me think that maybe we're playing with spirit type things, or at least these look like, I think, female shoes. So I'm going to guess that it's Gandhi. But like, I don't know, maybe she thinks something supernatural is going on, like a line of salt or I think that's salt, maybe sugar. But a line like that certainly gives you like ghost type vibes. Lots of running. I'll tell you, Tom Cruise ain't gonna be happy. Like, whoever's teaching these kids to run, this Pied Piper potential character, you're not. This is what we need to be, not out here. This is very Ninja Turtles-esque in the running. But like, yeah, like, what is like some of the just horror imagery that Cregger cooks up is so like, I don't know what's going on here, but it feels like the kids are attacking somebody. And is that a version of, say, Julia Garner? I don't know. Is that Gandhi? Couldn't tell you. Wonder how deep into the movie. Like, this is the one spot where I was like, maybe we gave a little bit too much away. Black sludge puke. Again, something that makes me go supernatural, possibly possession, ghostly type things. Fascinated with that. And then, yeah, these two you get. I like too that it's like building up to the door opening. Like, everything about what Cregger does, it's so intentional, right? There's nothing that we're seeing that we shouldn't be seeing. And again, I don't think anything that we are seeing is giving anything away. But you got like a sparkler going off with this old lady. Then you get this woman who's just stabbing the crap out of her face with a fork. So like, whatever's happening here is clearly starting to affect more people in the town than just, oh my goodness, what is happening with Wong? Like, look at what's happening. He looks nuts. So clearly whatever's happening is going to start getting to the parents and the adults. Oh, I want to get on. That's a great again, like, you're just talking about somebody who plays with horror imagery and like, oh, and such cool. And I love that, like, these flashes are on the build up again, like to opening that door. This lady looks terrifying, and maybe that's the person that we were seeing on the ground before with all the hands on her face. But like, and two, like her makeup, she's got blue up here, the lips, similar things to what Garner saw in that dream. Something happening to Brolin, and it seems like all of the adults seem to have some of this black sludge stuff around them. And that looks to be coming out of Wong's eyes. I don't know what happened there. It's at a gas station. So, like, look at how scared Garner is. Again, not who I think is behind things here. There's that door opening. And that too, that line, right? This is where the story really starts. Like, you've shown us all this stuff, and that was one of the things that Cregger did with Barbarian, where it was like, you thought you were in this thing, and all of a sudden the movie just shifted and morphed, and shifted and morphed again. So to see how he plays with stuff like that, again, super exciting. But, like, that trailer is loaded. Really great horror imagery, well paced, well edited, gives you all the vibes of what's going on with the movie, but I don't think it's giving anything away. And I expect Cregger to have twists, turns, and surprises baked in all over the place. I will say, though, it felt like a lot like as far as what we saw, especially at the end of the trailer. And I might be done watching trailers for Weapons because, you know me, I love going into films blind. And someone like Cregger has a film coming out. I want to get excited. I want to get behind it. That's exactly what that trailer did. But now I'm good. I'm good. No more. I don't want to see anything else. Everything else around this movie, I want to be surprised about. And I'm just genuinely excited. It really does feel like he's got another hit on his hands. And yet again, another person playing in the horror realm who could be swinging 2 for 2 and someone that you have to pay attention to. And every time Cregger does something, horror fans are going to get up. But that definitely is looking like one of the top horror films of the year in that trailer. And again, some of that for me is just who it's coming from and what he's playing with. But really cool stuff in there. I'm very excited for Weapons. The question is, what about you? How big of a Barbarian fan are you? Did that movie surprise you, come out of left field the way it did for me and a lot of other horror fans? Wherever it came across for you, how did it play? How much did you like it? What things were Cregger playing with that were really working for you? And of those types of things, how much of that are you seeing here with Weapons? What imagery, what story beats, what things are getting you psyched for this one? Will you watch any more trailers, or is that the only one you're going to watch? Anything you got, good, bad, indifferent, on the official trailer for Weapons, I want it down below in the comment section. Look forward to talking to y'all down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions. You want to be here in August for Weapons. You want to hear about my birthday fun around Othello. And John Proctor is the villain. Kendrick. We got to get caught up while I'm on my staycation in The Last of Us. I'm 2 eps behind right now. Hope to get caught up on those and then get those up as quickly as I can over the next week or so. And hopefully by this coming Sunday, we'll be caught up there. So you want to be here for any of that coverage. You just dig the vibe. You want to show a little love and support to the old C-Man. Come join C-Maniac Nation. Heck, give me a little birthday gift with a subscribe. All you got to do is jump over there. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time for the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace.
C-Maniac Nation, you look nervous. Is it the scars? Would you like to know where I got them? No? Well, then maybe you'd like to see another video with the C-Man. How about up here or over here? And if you really dig the C-Man, well, then show him a little love right over there.